What's up, Champions fam? It's Zeke410 back with a brand new WWE Champions video, and we are here today with the end of the year Q&A session with yours truly, the bad guy WWE Champions. Now, I want to say this first and foremost. Mad love to all of you who have shown me mad love and support by subscribing and checking out my prior video, the Best of the Best 2020 edition WWE Champions, the movie. I know it was a very long one, but it means the world to me to know that a lot of you went out of your way to give my content an opportunity and are giving my channel an opportunity to be a part of your daily routine. I am truly humble. I am grateful for the constructive criticism I've received. I'm grateful for the kind and inspiring words of support and endearment. And I just thank you all. I love you all, and let the hits keep on rolling as we move into 2021. So that's out of the way. If you haven't checked it out yet, but you are interested, I will have a link provided within the video description below. But we are here today to wrap things up with the end of the year Q&A for 2020. And this is going to be truly the Ashish Kumar show, because the broski supports all the content creators. He shows love. He asks some solid questions, and I always look forward to his questions because they make me think, and they're highly innovative, and they bring up some very solid points whenever he leaves them within the comments. So thank you, Ashish, and thank you to everybody else who's reached out to me. But mad love to you, bro. Like, mad love for everything that you do to support all the content creators throughout, and being a part of the community, being a part of the Champions fam. And so let's get into it right here now with the very first question from Ashish, and let's get this Q&A underway. His question for the beginning of this video is, now a superstar has only 3 different color moves, 1 finisher or 2 finishers, and other signature moves. For example, Powerhouse Roman, he has red color moves, black color moves, and yellow color moves. Scopely made this 3-color move set for the 3-star meta back in the beginning of the game. Now we are in the 5-star meta, so maybe in the future, they can start making characters with 4 different color move sets. For example, they can make a Tribal Chief Roman Reigns with 4 different color move sets like red, black, yellow, and purple. Superstars who can equip 4 different color moves, and now since superstars can only equip 3 different color moves. Now, here's the thing here. Having 4 different move sets, it can be a hit or a miss. And here's why. Because I don't think Champions really takes the time to think out everything. Now, a character like Aleister Black, Fade to Black, right? He's one of the few champions in the game that can run multiple move sets, and you really aren't going to go wrong with it. Another character that proves that you can run tricolor movesets is Tech Aleister Black. They feed into one another, you know. Hollywood Hogan can also do this. There are certain champions that can run, you know, tricolor movesets. There's other champions like Carmella who can run all 3 of the same color. So the possibility of having a 4th additional moveset build with another color is possible, but they would have to make these champions like be-all, end-all champions. You couldn't just be giving this to any champion. Like, for instance, Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, who would be a huge moneymaker for the game, right? This is a guy that you could implement that. You could easily have it where once he reaches 5-star gold, it unlocks a whole new, exclusive moveset once you reach 5-star gold. Or when you unlock him, he already has additional moves properly unlocked, but it would have to work in the sense of, normally with WWE champions, they make it so you have an offensive build, you have a defensive build, and then you can basically mix and match, take your pick with the other colors. So they would really have to be thoughtful throughout the whole process of creating a character, so that way all the move sets and combinations will make sense one type of way. A tricolor moveset that feeds into each other. It's kind of similar to Tech Aleister Black, or having versatile movesets of different colors and builds like Aleister Black, or having a tricolor build that truly feeds and cycles itself like Carmella. There would have to be a way that they properly have that champion set up, that husbando or waifu good to go. But another way that they could go about this, because I think 3 moves in a match is more than enough, but if you had a special tag team finisher, for instance, like if you did Bret Hart alongside Anvil and they did the heart attack, maybe if you have one of those characters or both characters, all their moves are fully maxed out, you get that 4th option, they hit a tag team finisher. The same way if they ever introduce the Road Warriors, the Legion of Doom, and the Doomsday device, you could easily have Hulk and Animal have one of their full move sets fully maxed out color-wise, and then the tag team finisher becomes an option once you have fulfilled that. Or maybe even you could have special finisher animations that pop up with certain people, because I mean, I would like to see Randy Orton pull off a super RKO, the one where he has them on the very top rope and then he hits it like that, or hitting a special animation with certain people, like if he went up against the Undisputed Future Seth, and you know, it sets up for an animation where Seth goes to do the curb stomp and instead Randy Orton hits him with the RKO. I would like to see something sorted out like that, or maybe even having an option for a reversal of a finisher where you steal your opponent's finisher and use it on them. That would be cool there. But a 4-color moveset build, if they did implement it, it would be possibly too convoluted for the game. But with the right characters and with the proper guidance and breakdown of it from the Scopely content creator broskies, I think it could work. But as far as we are in the game now, I think the only way you could get that is if we did get 6-star champions, and I honestly think 5-star gold is high enough. So this is a solid question. I could easily see it being done, but we got to realize who's holding the reins at the moment, and it might be too complicated and too annoying when everything's said and done. But it is a solid question. Moving on, another question from Ashish. In daily tours, like Dead Man's Daily and your class tours, the resources are not enough for 5-star characters. I agree. In the future, can they make daily tours by the league-wise or not? Like if you're in 15 or 16, 17, etc., your daily resources are different. And if your league is under 15, you get 4-star meta resources in your tours. And if you're in under league 7 or 8, you get 3-star meta resources. Just like the current league system is running now, contests and milestones are based on your league. I agree with this. I think that would be cool because, again, the league up is basically letting you know that you're getting closer and closer to where the big boys play, you know? So I honestly think that would be cool. Like if you're in tier 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, whenever that's released, you start getting resources for 5 stars and 4-star golds out of your daily tours, your daily class tours. You get more coins from your Dead Man's Dailies. I think that is a great idea, and it gives you more initiative and more incentive if you're in a lower tier to bust your butt to get to the higher tiers, because that means you're speeding up the process. You're speeding up the progression of your account, meaning you're getting more 3-star bronzes, then silvers, then golds. Then you move up because you got a couple 4-star bronzes on your squad. And then you keep moving up. You got some 4-star golds, and then you gain access to your 5 stars. I think this would be a great idea. They really would have to go to the drawing board on it, but no lie, bracketing it off the way they already do with contest milestones and what have you, I genuinely think that would be a solid direction, because they're already doing it in the game for a part of it. If they just went full swing and committed to it for everything else in the game, yeah, the difficulty might spike up for some people. But just like they did before, you got to think, when they introduced Hell Mode and they changed things over, if you had auto clear tickets already and you already 3-star matches, you could still auto clear them because you already beat the match. They might change the opponents around, they might change the rewards around too, but at the end of the day, it's guaranteed. And plus, if you hit VIP level 11 already, gaining access to hell modes right out of the gate for all content that comes through the game, that's going to make it easier for you to go ahead, get in, get out, regardless of star ratings on matches. You're going to be able to just get to the hardest stuff, knock that out, and then you can just work your way down. I've always been the type of guy that likes to start on the most difficulty level and then work his way down. So I'll start off on hell first, and then I'll do hard and normal because I'm not worried. The most difficult part is already out of the way. Everything else I could just cakewalk. So I do agree with this. I do agree, like with the leagues and the tiers, I do think that would be solid that if we move forward in 2021, they do make that changeover where we start getting the proper resources. Because the Road Tour is a good well to go to, but that well can run dry because those are nothing but one-time rewards. Getting those daily reimbursements for your efforts with more boatloads of coins, more boatloads of TP and tokens, that will be a solid reason to log in every day and grind it out every day because you're getting your worth absolutely free to play. You're literally just doing what you're supposed to do anyway. So I do agree with that. I think they should implement that change, and it would work. Everybody will win. And obviously, because of difficulty spike in content and what have you, you can obviously change certain things around. Like, obviously, you're not going to be having, you're not going to have a Fiend mask in every hell mode, okay? You're not going to have a Triple H's King of Kings mask on hell mode either. But getting other resources, okay? Picking up a Rey Mysterio mask or a skull, something like that. I could easily see that being worth people's time and effort. So I do agree with that, and I do like that idea for sure. Moving on to my boy, Pablo Bodega. I like that name. It legit sounds like a wrestling name. Pablo Bodega. He's got a couple questions here. One, why doesn't Scopely have an hourly rotating store? People would spend more if it was available hourly instead of 24 hours or MLC. That's just the way things are, man. I think a lot of people would honestly be more annoyed by a rotating store because then you're literally like living by the time of the store. Like, you really going to log in every single hour to check the store. Having a 24-hour time slot, especially with certain things being available within the store at certain times, I think that gives people an opportunity to check in. And of course, you can easily spend IGC, whether it's the faction store, if you got that 1K on you, do you, boo-boo, or the 45 in the Showdown shop. You also have that option there. So you can rotate the shop already. An hourly rotation, I think that would possibly annoy people, or it would make people go broke real quick, depending on the currency that you're using. But I do get what you mean. Like, you might come across something real juicy. Like, now, if you did it differently, like you did it like the daily bags, right? Like every 6 hours, I could get with that. I can understand that type of rotation, but every hour though, no, that would just make people mad. But if you did it like the daily bags with the shards for Akam or whoever's going to be featured in that with the health packs and the TP, if you did that with shops, I think people would be behind it because you'd have time to do it and it would save you IGC just because you know it's going to naturally reset every couple hours. So more than likely each time you check out on the game, or like you're feuding, you know what I mean? You can easily stop in real quick, see what they have available in there, and call it a day and bounce. So that's what I feel about that. I could see them doing like 6 hour, 8-hour rotations, but hourly rotations, no. I don't see that happening at all. But it is a solid idea for sure. Number 2, why doesn't Scopely have a season pass in game like Call of Duty or Fortnite? Again, it's like they're turning down opportunities to make money. Because Scopely knows that they can present us crap and they're going to make money anyway, Pablo. I hate to say it, but let's be realistic. The spin ban was a joke. You got top tier factions that have no problem flaunting that they can spend money and walk away top dog. And at the end of the day, I'm not the guy. I can't be mad at you. If you got the disposable income, if you got everyone on the same page to knock things out and take care of business, you deserve your due. There's no way around it. Just like, the biggest spender, there's two different sides of the coin. You got big spenders who walk away with the champions that they want, and you got big spenders who walk away with nothing. It's just a part of the beast, man. And they do have passes like this. You do get bonuses for using the King of Kings pass and the different DX passes. So they do have memberships. They also have the piss poor excuse of a pass with the scrap and metal one. So they do have stuff like that. A seasonal pass, though, if they were going to do it, they would have to do it right. They would have to do it right. They would have to throw in a character that a lot of people would want, and they would have to make it in the sense that you buy that pass enough, you guarantee that character that even after that pass is done for however set amount of times you purchase it, that character stays on your game. And that's that. They got to make it worth your while, especially now in a 5-star meta. They would have to do a type of pass that was worth everyone's while. Like, it would have to be bang for your buck for certain. Like, initial sign-up rewards would have to be out the wazoo, like 30 million coins, guaranteed one of each 5-star diamond token, boatloads of TP. You would have to make it worth it. You would have to make it worth it for them to put it together, and it would have to have a solid price tag on it to go with it. And that's just the harsh reality of the beast that we deal with. I mean, you look at the piss poor deals that we get in the game all the time. We allow that because many people buy it. Not a lot of people are sitting there waiting for a video for you to be like, hey, that we don't have like a Seaton Man of Legends for Marvel Contest of Champions or a Prof Hoff who go through different offers within their game, breaking down what's good to go and what's good and what's not worth it. We don't. A lot of people jump and buy the thing first before a content creator even has a chance to cover it, so it becomes pointless. And then a lot of times it's in one ear and out the other. So it's like we created the monster that we're dealing with, and we'll continue to make that monster even bigger and more terrifying as we roll into 2021 because that's just the thing. That's literally the thing. Like, you might not beat somebody with your roster, but you can beat them with your wallet. And that's just how certain things have been set up, man. And we're the reason why. Even those who try to say, well, I only spent 20. The point is that you spent. So as soon as you spent, it was already nullified. It didn't matter. But I understand what you mean. A solid pass would be cool in Champions, but at the same time, it would have to be worth it. And by them making it worth it, it would be very costly. Number 3, in your opinion, what's a good price to pay for one unit flat out? Will Scopely ever implement it as a monthly offer? I'm sad to say, bro, they already do it with the MLC free-to-play champions, quote unquote. The 2-star bronze or silver offers, the 3-star bronze offers. They have the $20 or $100. All right. Then you got the situations like we just saw with the 12 Days of Christmas event. Spending, a set amount of money to get a guaranteed 3-star gold of Carmella, Andre the Giant, Harlem Heat, Booker T. We've had offers in the past for Ken Shamrock, Against All Odds Kofi. It all falls upon the character that you come up across. And with Champions isn't like other games. Where other games, they got a newsletter, they got a calendar that's crystal clear so you see what's happening and they do their best to stick to it. Champions is always the type to throw something on you because they know one of the best ways to make money is not only implementing supply and demand for a limited set of time, but also implementing the fight or flight mechanic. In other words, you're going to come across something in the store and you wouldn't expect it to be there, and then you see that timer, and you're going to have that pressure to feel like, do I invest in this or do I not? What do I do? I know I got groceries. I know I got bills to pay, but this is right here, and this is going to change my roster forever, like the portal offer for a 3-star, Andre, a 3-star Mr. Perfect, and another character that's not coming to my mind. It's like everyone's going to see it like three-star units at $99.99 disposable income. Oh, snap, I need to hop on that now. But then you also sit back and look at it like, okay, I'm getting these 3 characters for $100. But looking at my roster now, yeah, Andre's got a solid coaching ability. I'm not taking nothing away from that. But looking at the roster that I have, I'm using Steel users and Sting users and Bray users more than I'm using Lawler users. I think I can skip out on it. So they've been doing it. They've been doing the whole paying a price for superstars for a long time. We just haven't seen how extreme it can get, or maybe we have. Maybe we have, because they did have that offer with all those 5-star pouches to basically guarantee your champions to go from 4-star gold to 5-star bronze. We've also seen the crazy, insane offer for Slick Rick and a strap, and they've pushed the envelope a couple of times with certain characters, but we have seen that in game a couple of times, and sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it's not. So it ultimately depends on what kind of offer you come across. But some offers are better than others, and others not so much. But like for instance, I think it was $30 or so to pick up Carmella at 3-star gold alongside some shards and stuff. To me personally, knowing how busted and OP Carmella is, that was an offer that I feel many should have picked up. Whether it was just to fill out her stars to make her stronger, or just to pick up a brand new unit in general, that's solid. The Bayley offer to get her Christmas gear and the 1K shards, especially if you're like literally missing a couple shards of her, to fuse her up to 4-star silver. That's a solid offer. They have some good offers, and then they got some asinine, ludicrous offers. So it's basically pick of the litter. Whatever you come across, it'll help you out. So that's the best way to put that one, Pablo. But 3 solid questions for sure. Next up from Ashish, in the future, can we see a new star rarity? Like we have 5-star bronze rarity, we have the silver, we have the gold, but can we see a new diamond rarity in WWE Champions? No lie, man. Like I mentioned earlier, I pray that we don't go further than 5-star golds. I get it. The 5-star diamond tokens are in the game. So yes, that causes a lot of speculation of, oh, there must be a new rarity coming. I wouldn't know how to feel about it. Now, I could say this too. Because they introduced 5-star diamond tokens, could there be a possibility that we go up for a 4th level for 5 stars? Basically, another variant of 6 stars. Like, we're not going to implement 6-star bronze, 6-star silver, 6-star gold. So, could they do 5-star bronze, 5-star silver, 5-star gold, 5-star diamond? It's a possibility. It is a possibility. I don't see it happening, though. If I was champions right now, looking at how many people you lose each time you introduce a new star rarity, I would just reach 5-star gold and call it a day. I genuinely would. I would introduce a character later down the road like R-Truth, who can be recruited at 5-star silver and 5-star gold, and I would call it a day. I would not push that envelope on a 6-star bracket. That's too much. That is too much. I think that the community would be done at that point. People are barely holding on now with 5-star silvers. So if they did that, they would have to change a lot of things in the game. There would be a lot of rebalancing that it would have to be done. But a 5-star diamond champion, I can say that it's possible. I could say that it's possible. If it meant that we still stayed in the 5-star bracket and we didn't go off the rails with a 6-star, I could see it happening. Do I want it to happen? No. No, I don't. Because I already know that the 5-star diamond tokens, yes, some people have gotten blessed and they're already starting to accumulate them. But you also got to think of how many you're going to need to take a champion up to. So it's kind of one of those 5-star silvers are here, man. And they aren't going anywhere, and you already know how much it costs to take somebody up using those rare tokens, let alone when the time comes to take a 5-star silver to a 5-star gold. So 5-star diamonds are a possibility, but I would not like to see that happen in the game, and I definitely don't want to see 6 stars. We're pushing the envelope. They're pushing the envelope, and they're pushing people really close right now with the ways they've been going about things, especially with the resources. We're getting 3-star, 4-star resources in a 5-star meta, and it's not making much sense. And even with the new tours with the Royal Rumble, more than likely we're going to need a brand new book of tours with WrestleMania or King of the Ring. We're going to need something else thrown in there to bring in some more content, but you already know we're going up against 5-star bronze, 5-star silver opponents already, so you would already know what you're looking forward to if they did introduce new books of the tour with the resources that everyone's going to need to move forward. But I hope that we don't see that. Solid question, though. Moving up, we're getting a double whammy here. In the future, can we see a trainer coach who helps your superstars steal opponent's MP? For example, moves that steal opponent's MP or any color will steal more MP from your opponent. I would like to see that. I would like to see that. We already got MP reduction coaches. We already got gem appearance trainers and coaches. We already got MP trainers and coaches. Gem generation, gem destruction, move damage, gem damage. Stealing certain types of specialty gems or stealing MP, I think that would be a good way to turn the tide moving forward in this meta. I think somebody like Carmella would benefit from that. Someone like Great One Rock would benefit from that. You got a lot of characters that you steal MP. Cactus Jack, for instance, steals blue. I would love to see that. I would love to see that implemented. Rikishi steals yellow too. I would like to see a nod to more defensive-based champions. Champions who can control a situation. I'm thinking about a guy like Six, having someone equipped to him. Like, you think you get Six with like the option of either Zombie Triple H to reduce purple or having someone on him to steal more purple. I think that would be a great way to basically balance out how perks are, because now you got people they're like reducing the MP that you got, but then you're also having people balance it out by having the MP charge and deducing at the same time. I think that would be a great balance breaker to have someone who steals MP running a MP reduction coach, but also implementing the steals, because basically they broke even, so they can start out with their normal MP, so you're able to steal that normal MP and get off the early hit and shot. I think that would help out a lot. So seeing MP steal trainers and coaches, I think that would be a solid idea. Now that we're in the 5-star meta, I think this is the perfect opportunity to introduce some very interesting trainer and coaches for sure. Aside from MP reduction, maybe people who can steal blast gems, multiply gems, because there's a lot of champions that get 5-star moves that help with stealing and taking away leech gems and countdown gems. So getting trainers and coaches in the mix for that is going to make it more interesting, and like anything for a business, it's going to increase the disposable income turns that come out, because people are going to be getting these characters to properly counter other characters that are top tier, god tier units. So I do like that concept. Following the MP steal, can we see trainers and coaches who reduce opponents' bleed damage or opponents' stun turns or add more? Again, this is a solid idea. To add more stuns, oh my god, that would be annoying. But looking at this, like I said, I used Zombie Austin and Zombie Page to clear a lot of the Royal Rumble tours, and it was a cheat code. And if I had an additional turn, I think I would have been easily able to get the clean sweep on a couple players and a couple opponents. I think that would be a solid concept, but you would have to be limited with the champions. Again, back to the first question, having characters who can run like 4 different types of movesets and 4 different colors, right? It would be the same here. You would have to be smart about these people. So again, to double up on it, for instance, if you had Tribal Chief Roman Reigns running 4 different color moveset builds and everything, you give him a broken behind coaching ability that could easily be a double whammy. He allows you to steal certain color MP, and he also allows you to reduce someone's turns or increase their stun for a specific class. That's how you continue to evolve the game. The same way like with Dokkan Battle, they come out with different category leaders and, different percentages, 100, 130, 140, etc., so on and so forth. The same way that you would do here in Champions. You implement characters that do like one solo top tier, top notch trainer and coaching ability. Then you have others that have broken dual abilities and triple abilities. That's how you get very innovative with your roster, because not everyone's going to be walking around with a pay to win roster all day. Sometimes you get real lucky, and that one unit, that one or that additional unit that you pick up from a pool could be a changer for your roster for the better moving forward. So I do think both of these ideas are cool. Seeing someone who adds additional stuns would be great, and seeing someone who reduces them would be great. Also seeing reduction to bleed damage. I mean, look at it. Mr. Socko with his bleed. Texina with his bleed. Okay, Powerhouse Macho Man. Zalister Black, I believe, also runs the bleed. Great One Rock. Kairi Sane. You got a lot of top-notch units that can bleed you out. So having a counter to that would be great, because that's what I don't remember who said it, but someone said it before in a gameplay video. It's like, yeah, the gem damage might be reduced, but bleed damage don't care. You see what I mean? Like, that's one way to get a guaranteed shot on somebody, utilizing gems like protect gems, power gems, bleed gems, like bleed damage. Pardon me. That's a good way to guarantee damage every single turn, is by bleeding somebody. So to have someone that reduces that would help out a lot in some critical pin situations. I think those are some solid ideas. MP Steel Trainer and coaches, stun reduction or additional turn coaches and trainers, great. And reducing bleed damage, I think those are all great ideas for trainers and coaches. And who knows, we might see some champions introduced in 2021 that could possibly be the answer to certain situations within the curriculum of the 5-star meta. So we will see how this goes, Ashish. You got some solid questions for sure. Next up, we have characters who steal opponents' health, move in peace, specific gems like heal, power trap, etc. But in the future, can we see a character who steals an X amount of damage from your opponent? For example, steals opponent 5% more gem or move damage and use that stealthy damage against your opponent. Just like characters who steal opponent's MP and use that stealthy move MP for gains for their MP and use that against your opponents. I actually like this idea, and I think they could actually do it, because there is actually a couple of matches on the road that do this. And I don't remember the opponent, but I know that there is an opponent where when you deal damage, it's Showboat Steve Austin, Texas Rattlesnake Steve Austin. You have to use Vince McMahon, Mr. McMahon, on the road against him. And every time you do damage to Stone Cold, you have 30% damage done back to you. I could easily see them implementing something like that as a counter. I think that would be great. And oh my God, that would be a great counter to someone like Keith Lee. Just think about that. Oh, I'm going one turn and 1 million damage. But then you do it and the damage is halved. And then on top of that, they're dealt it back. That is another level of, that's some tricky gameplay right there. I think that would be a dope idea. I think it would breathe life into other formats of medals. I believe like padded or takedown medals would get a shining light of hope with that type of situation going on. I think that would work. I really think with the heavy hitters that you have, like Big E with his move damage and stuff, especially with the medals out now, if you had somebody who have that damage and then also redirected it towards the opponent, it would make it an even playing field. I like that concept. That is a good idea. And I would like to see, there's different ways to make characters interesting. Like if you introduce someone like Santino Marella, and he had this, it will make sense. It would genuinely make sense. Or you did something kind of like you made a brand new R-Truth. I can see it working. I think there'd be certain characters. Or you just make a god-tier trickster that can do this. Finding someone who's a be-all, end-all trickster with this kind of situation, no lie, if they made a new version of The Fiend, I think this would be cool. I think that would be dope because the Fiend is supposed to be a guy that's like, invincible, impenetrable, like unstoppable, right? So it would make sense if you tried to do crazy damage to him, he would reflect some of that damage back to you. So you get your heavy hit in, but you also take damage from it. That would also breathe life into utilizing characters that still health and leech gems. So you're moving forward the pendulum of gameplay. I think that will work. That would be a solid ability or like a shtick for a character, and that would be a great coaching and trainer ability to use use against different opponents. So that is good, Ashish. That is good. And this is the last question. We have health packs that give health points, of course. One health pack gives 10K, but if you subscribe to VIP, you get extra points. But now we are in the 5-star meta, so the old health packs aren't enough. Can we see in the future a super health pack that can give at least 1 million health points? Oh God. Okay, my boy. Okay. Because now we can evolve and enhance our superstars to 5-star silver, so the current health packs are not enough. You need at least thousands of health packs for 5-star characters. I can agree with that. And they need to increase the amount of auto-regenerate health packs. Like, if you spend all the health packs so you can regenerate health packs, but max limit for health packs is only 15. Now, in 5-star meta, 15 health packs is nothing. So they do need to increase the limit of regenerating health packs by league and a super health pack. I agree. But the thing is, too, health packs are something that are far in between. Look, I'm being real with you. I've seen a lot of great rosters shown and shared with 5-star this, 5-star that, and people literally having 40 health packs. And I'm crying for them, okay? Now you got other players who have thousands upon thousands of health packs. And that helps out a lot when you're clearing content. But there's also a couple things that we have to keep in mind. Some players implement perks, straps, and medals. And by having that concoction, by having that cocktail, it allows you not to really worry about health packs too much. It's just the God honest truth. If you're able to get your moves off early and you're hitting with a 1 or 2 turn hitter, you don't really have to worry about anything. And that's just facts. Now, 1 million, I don't see them doing that. That would not be lucrative for them. Now, 100,000, I could see that being a super health pack. I can see that, you having a choice to either use your normal health packs or spending your super health packs. One gives you 10K per usage. The other one gives you 100K per usage. And maybe, very rare occasion, the special contest milestone reward, you do come across a health pack that will give you back 1 million. Because let's be realistic. They have already stated, and you can go up against these opponents on the Royal Rumble Tour with 5-star silver health. That is easily 1 million health plus. I can easily see them implementing a God tier health pack, but they would be a rare commodity. They would be a rare prop, so to speak. You know what I mean? So I could see them doing an increase to the normal health packs. I could see them doing it, bumping it up to 20, maybe 50,000. I could see them implementing a super health pack that can, heal between 100K to 200K. But a million HP back, no, I don't see it really happening unless it's a special contest and a special one-time only reward. That's the only way I could see that possibly happening. But at the end of the day, you are right. Health packs are far in between. And it kills me seeing people, you got to think, moving forward, we're steady getting these new parts and pieces to the 5-star meta. But at the end of the day, man, a lot of stuff is limited. A lot of resources are limited right now. The amount of TP you can get now is okay. Prize wall, once you know how to properly spend and invest on certain things on the prize wall, shout out to the Broski Merrick's for that breakdown of the prize wall for December, okay? When you get that type of math down and you know how to map things out, you don't really have to worry that much about, your TPCT, your trading posters, coins, and tokens. But then you also got to think about your blitz tickets. You also got to think about your health packs, faction tokens, okay? I agree. We need an increase in the amount of normal health packs that you get back nowadays because it's hard. And like I said, there's players that I know personally that have top tier 5-star rosters, but they are suffering when it comes to faction tokens to heal their teammates and health packs to heal themselves. And that's something that needs to be addressed. That's something that needs to be fixed. So I hope moving forward, 2021, maybe with these stipulation tours, we see some top tier ways to resolve a lot of issues. But that is the last question, y'all. Again, this one was a short, sweet, and brief, but I like answering these questions. I like getting intimate. I like getting like truly thinking about the answer. I don't like scripting stuff. I don't like going into a video acting as if I'm going through the motions. I'd rather answer it straight up, and that's what it's all about. But Ashish, man, you dropped a lot of solid questions, man. You definitely dropped a lot of solid questions, a lot of possibilities that if Champions was paying attention, if Champions was listening, you be printing them money. Point blank period. 4-star, 4 move set builds. Save it for a special occasion. Rare character, like for instance, the same way we got 5-star bronze Texina. In the year before, 4-star gold Godfather to make a range strap and everything. The same way they can implement that easily, an exclusive character that isn't around often, but has that one of a kind. Hey, 4 different types of moveset builds that can be ran with this guy or girl. 4 different colors and has some crazy, insane coaching ability like extending stun turns or reducing them. Stealing more MP for a character who's an MP thief, giving some life into a character niche that could be very highly critical moving forward in the 5-star silver and 5-star gold meta. Having characters that can reflect damage, or better yet, introducing straps that do that. A legendary strap, like imagine this. You already got anti-bleed and anti-stun, right? Imagine an anti-damage strap that's taking it to another level. Like, not only are you, reflecting bleed or, neglecting it, what if you're reflecting that bleed damage back to Sako or Texina? Or imagine someone who hits hard because of the different specialty gems that are on the board, right? Like Texina again with those silence gems spammed all over the board, right? Or someone like Tech Brett with botch gems. Imagine having a type of strap that reflects those specialty gem damages back to the user, back to the opponent, and they're hit with it. That's a different way of playing the game. But having those type of trainer and coaching abilities as well, like for a powerhouse only, reflects opponent's gem damage or certain percentage of opponent's gem damage or move damage back to them, that's a whole nother level of gameplay right there. So I like the idea. I do feel that we need a new way of going about things when it pertains to health packs. And shout out to Pablo too. You asked some solid questions about the seasonal pass. We already got multiple passes. Again, if they did do it, it would have to be worthwhile for them, getting bang for their buck. And it would have to be solid for us to even invest in. They would have to kick it up a notch so that people would be down to invest. So with that being said, that is the last Q&A of 2020. Thank you, Ashish. Thank you, Pablo, for your incredible questions. And I look forward to Q&As in the future. Again, I love innovative questions. I love being thoughtful about my answers and being honest, straight from the hip, straight off the rip. Give you my honest opinion. If you agree, cool. If you disagree, I like to hear your counter to it, and I want to hear your opinion. I respect your opinion the same way I hope that you respect mine. But that is that. I'm sorry that this wasn't short, sweet, and brief, but these are some solid videos that I want to give out to y'all, and we're gearing up for the beginners guide for 2021 WWE champions. So be on the lookout for that one. I don't know how long that one's going to be, but I'm going to at least try to cover a lot of things that are going to be key, important to many of you. And I'll try to condense it, hit everything on the nose so you know what's up. But aside from that, though, hey yo, bad times don't last, but champions do. Mad love always and forevermore to each and every single one of you, my beloved hashtag champions fam. I'm sorry for this being long-winded, but I did want to cover these questions. I like the questions that were brought forth. Very creative, very innovative, very thought out. And definitely, like, if somebody from Scopely is listening and paying attention, a lot of these ideas are things that are going to make y'all money. And these are different ways to change up the way people play the game. Again, I get it. A lot of people love using one-turn, two-turn killers. But if you got a way to counter these people with straps or new trainers and coaches and make things a little more evened out, so to speak, to make it feel like a genuine wrestling match, because let's be realistic. I get it. In real life, we're in the era of the surprise roll-up, okay? Two-turn victory, right? But also in homage to the old days, you know, the 60-minute man, you know, the clinics, all right? There should be some fun, rewarding gameplay from using different types of styles of champions and movesets and trainer and coaching combinations. So the possibilities are endless. It just depends on what they feel is going to make them a mint dollar. And also, more importantly, what's going to be fun to us, the community. So we'll see how things play out. Sorry that this was not short, sweet, and brief, but thank you once again to those who have rocked out with me until the end. And I look forward to future questions, look forward to future Q&As to come in 2021. So with that being said, bad times don't last, but champions do. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to share. Also, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel to rock out with yours truly, the bad guy at WWE Champions, Zeke 4-0. And also, hit the bell icon to receive all future notifications from this channel. Thank you again. And remember, my best of the best 2020 edition video will be provided with a link down below. So make sure to check it out. Make sure to stay tuned for what is to come up next, because the hits will keep on coming. So until next time, stay tuned. Peace!